Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Lab.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead. So it's Tuesday, first day back after Christmas, and now we'll have 3 more sessions to hear about Dow 20,000 in 2016. We'll see if we get there or not. Either way, at this point, we all know it doesn't really matter. It's how you participated from Dow 10,000 to Dow 20,000, or how you positioned post-election when there are bulky tradable patterns versus these active trades that have been presenting themselves, and there have been a few. So anyway, today markets tried to push, ran out of gas. That's what happens in low volume. So if you took some trades, you took some trades. If you're still in some stuff, you know what? We'll figure out how things pan out into the end of the week. Whatever you do, do not have too much size to ruin your holiday week. Do not try and make your year this week or last week, or revenge things that you sold too early by shorting them now, which a lot of people are doing too. So anyway, here's the charts. S&P cash, not the biggest deal that we didn't get above and stay above the prior resistance. At this point, still in this range, and it's been better to buy dips versus add-on strength. We've had a lot of tradable patterns here. The best swing type of trade was obviously not buying it into the hole, because that was hard to see. It was when it cleared this descending channel here and held above it, and then boom, that was your continuation. Then you had another nice tradable move here. Now the question is, as we're above the 8th day with low volume, can we get above this 2277-ish, before the new year? Okay, or do we hover here, open up next year, not pull in, and then new money drags it above? So that's what traders are trying to figure out. Qs gave us a quick trade above the prior high here. Does it mean it's game over because it didn't close on the highs? I don't think so. Here was some of you guys bought in the hole versus 119.50, and then today you had a few little pivots to buy. Unfortunately, it didn't close strong because, again, there's just not enough people around, not enough volume around. So you had to take some of your trade. It did hit a high of 121.52. Did close back below 121.11. So if you took some off, if you would just say you held some, you bought more, and you sold some strength, I'd be in tier 1, not tier 2 or tier 3, but that's me. The bios, some people are like, hey, the bios were a disaster today. No, bios were really strong on Friday, closed up $5, and then today we're up another 2.5. That's your day and a half trade move. Okay, and especially in a broken sector, you have to be careful. We outlined where resistance was. So it wasn't like we closed strong and it opened down $5 in your face. So anyway, this was the bios. Okay, here's when it traded above the Thursday high, gave you a nice move on Friday, and then gave you a move up into resistance. Okay, so now you have a bit of a topping tail here. So yes, if you're a day trader, maybe you bought it on Friday and you sold it today, and now you're going to wait and see. For this to be any good, you want to see it hold here. You don't want to see it just give this all back and do what it's done that before. So you can't, be shocked if that happens. But anyway, a way you get bagged is if you took this home and it opened up down here. Not took this home, traded above the high here, stretched, and gave you that day and a half move. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then you have the banks, the FAS, still hanging around, still looking good, still consolidating. They could have taken them today. I don't know why they didn't. At this point, some guys are long versus this spot and trying to figure out if they could make a momentum move through highs. Well, that should be seen. You had that down here, but we'll see if we can do it again. Some names are acting better than others. Goldman Sachs still hanging in there. It'll go when it wants to go or not. It's very tight. It would be very unfortunate if it holds up here and fails, I'll tell you that much. So hopefully it holds up here and goes again, kind of like what it did right here. But we shall see. In tech land, there were some quick moves off the open. About 2 weeks ago, I started talking a lot more positively about Tesla when it was like 196, when it took back the 50-day. And boy, did it go out of the gates today. Some of you guys went long on Friday because why? It was relative strength. The market was kind of, a little bid, but Tesla closed on the highs. So Good Book says take it. And, look at it here. Tesla had started to get back on the go-to list right here. When it took out that 194.50, if you read my note, it was right there that, we started getting more constructive. It became an A-lister again. And then, it's been flag in and go, and flag, go, and now it's just a little extended. Overall, though, I think Tesla, is going to be something that I'm going to be trading a lot in 2017. Didn't trade it that much in 2016 because for most of the year, it was below, all the moving averages, especially during this friggin' craziness. But then since here, it's been off the radar below the 200-day, and Now it's back above, so we'll see what happens here. Upper resistance really is here, and then there's another resistance right into here, so we'll see what it wants to do. Netflix had a quick move, came a tiny bit off the highs. It does seem as if it's only a matter of time for it to take out this spot. It's still hugging the 8-day, heading higher. Rarely do we get 2 days in a row, so is tomorrow going to be a down day? I don't know. I wouldn't be shorting this in front of this, but also don't do anything too long where it'll ruin your week, but I am long this, and I think it does trade through this. We shall see. Amazon, interesting again. This thing just keeps getting me back involved. Why am I back involved in Amazon? Because it took out this 4-day range, and now it does seem as if it's tight enough to perhaps reclaim the 50-day with some authority. So I'm in some, and I'm thinking that Amazon, that's not even a product company, had the best product of this holiday season. I got one for my son. He loves it. It's very cool. Alexa. What's it called? Which is, what's the other name for it? Whatever it is. Anyway, it's really tight. Hopefully this gets taken out with some authority tomorrow versus a trap. We've seen many traps. Look good. Came down. This time maybe it's ready. We shall see. Google still holding higher in the game. Some of you guys are just trading along verse 804. If that's you, it's probably easier than adding to it. Did try and go a little bit today, but didn't have power. Maybe next time it goes. Apple gave you a quick push. Still hangs in there. Still looks good. At some point, I think it gets above this spot. It's just a matter of when. It's above the 8-day. It's been above the 50-day since here, acting much better. There are names that still don't look good that I'm kind of avoiding. I'm still avoiding BABA. Below all the moving averages. Last time I tried it was here and got hurt. Below everything, better things out there. Wait for a change if there is a change. Facebook still I'm avoiding. Talked about maybe you can get to 118.50 today, and it got to there, and now it's into all the moving averages. So we'll see, if there's something better to do here, but it's not that easy. So I'm avoiding. I always trade. I've been trading Facebook for a long time, and there's good times to trade, and there's some times to avoid it. And recently, it's kind of been an avoid. So we'll see if that continues. You had a small red dog reversal on Friday, gave you a day-and-a-half trade. So yeah, I guess that was a good trade for some of you. You guys were asking me about it. I avoided it, but decent. We caught that Twilio trade on the lockup. Hasn't really done much since. Came in a little bit more than some would have liked, but still, I guess, hanging around. We'll see if there's any more action. This was, go back to the chart, not to me. This is when they had a nice squeeze, but I would have thought it would have held higher, so it's still in there. Some people see me long ACIA. I don't know. I'm kind of anticipating it. We've seen this before. It's getting tight. I think some tax loss selling might be done. Little nudge up, so maybe I just want to keep an eye on it if in case it goes. It's all the way down here. Looks like maybe it wakes up. Good, phenomenal move. We've been pretty much out of it since this gap down. We actually were shorted here on the secondary news, and then it broke 100. And now we'll see if it could actually make its way back to the 50-day, which would be about 72, which would be a nice little trade here. So we shall see. There's been better new issues out there. Obviously, this EBG, this EVBG was a good one recently. And now it's trying to work its way back towards this prior breakout area. I wouldn't want to see it go much below this. Hopefully, some of you guys sold some strength. PI did it. I don't know what it did today. What did PI do today? Flagging above this prior breakout. See if that's the case. Well, let's the 8-day hold up. Technically better than some of the other names. That's really it. The metals had a little oversold bounce. So did the miners. Some are asking me where could GLD go. We'll see. I guess it could go to the 21-day at some point right there. It's been broken. It's been broken ever since they sold it on the election and the loss at 200-day. I am in some January calls, so I'm thinking maybe we get some kind of trade back to here, but I would not be buying there. I'd be selling there. GDX, I think it filled the gap. Yes, it filled the gap from here, so maybe there's a little bit more room. But again, this is broken the same way the GLD broke. It's below the 50-day. It's been below the 50-day since breaking this trend all the way back here. But there's some active trades to do here and there, but just don't get caught. Some people thought it would happen here, and then boom. So don't fall asleep there. And today's Tuesday, first day back. There were definitely some good things that triggered from my note. If you don't have my note or know what it is, it's called Redler All Access. It's a note that I write every single morning. It takes me about 2 hours. Gets delivered to your inbox every day at 8:30. If you're, need ideas, a lot of ideas there. I'm also almost done with my 2017 report. It's going to go out, I think, on Thursday or Friday. Has about 10 to 14 names that you might want to just put some money in and if you don't trade actively, or names that you might want to focus on. So when they turn on as day trades from this, you're there and you're ready for it. It's a very a low cost to barrier entry product. So look at t3lab.com. You'll see it on the homepage there. Or if you want me to keep connecting the dots through the Morning Call Express and the recap and some tweets here and there, and you're having success, that's cool too. Everyone has their process, and everyone has to, live and die on how they, I guess, react with the market. And if you're not happy with your returns, you're not happy with the way you participated, you have to make some changes. Changes lead to better things, if they're changes in the right direction. So anyway, I'm not preaching here. Have a great night. I'll see you in the morning.